Everyone. Hello, Sarah Nation. This is Sarah Xavier, creator and founder of Finance Babe, and welcome to the Feminine CFO live stream. The Feminine CFO Secrets to Shatter Financial Barriers to Lead, Thrive, and Achieve Your Dreams. And we are here because we want to unlock our financial power. If you guys have missed the speakers and the experts that were at the event today, they were all connected and they were all showing us how to connect the dot with our wealth and how we can shatter and break out the glass ceiling so we can scale, so we can grow more, so we can attract more money into our life, so we can achieve bigger things no matter what. So if you guys have not signed up for the Feminine CFO, Secrets to Shatter Financial Barriers, there's still time for you guys to be able to see the next speakers and catch up with the ones that have participated in the past few days. So make sure that right here, there's a QR code, the Feminine CFO. Make sure to click on that, or that that you put your camera there, and then it will take you there so you can sign up. So I am very excited to be here today. Today we don't have a special guest. I am the special guest. Let's start with that. And I'm going to bring the this a little bit later, but we are almost half of the year. And at the beginning of the year, I taught you about MAP, the Money Ascension Plan, because you want to have an intentional goal, right? Every year, you want to achieve goals, and we separate these goals in 90 days, or half a year, then 90 days, then monthly, then weekly, and then daily. Because while when we make little steps every single day, that gets us closer to our goal. So I think we are about not that, maybe 5 days, no, or 7 days for the end. Actually, 8 days towards the end of this half of the year, and we want the new quarter. We want to make it count. So I wanted just to take a quick look at where you are standing right now. Like, are you living your life doing the same thing every single day without a purpose, without a reason, without a goal? Or do you have a specific goal? Are you intentional about it? You are focused and you are planning to achieve that goal. You know the deadline of that goal, and you're either on track, or maybe you're a little bit not on track, but like you know how to get back on track and you're working on that. So that's what we want, right? We want to be able to assess where we are today so we can make the necessary adjustments. It's kind of like, it happens to me a lot. You are on, you're following your GPS, and all of a sudden you see that it's either rerouting, or that you pass your entrance and now you have to turn around. And this happened. It is normal. The path of success is not a straight line. It actually have turns, and it has hills, and ups and down, and it's completely normal. But the most important part is, what is it that we are doing in order to assess our progress, recalibrate, right, and get back on track. So this is the moment. This is the moment that we can actually do and become clear about where we are, and assess, like I mentioned, if that is aligned, if we are on track on our goal for this year. So perhaps when it comes to finances, and again, money touches everything you love. So anything that has to do with your family, with philanthropy, spirituality, anything that has to do with entertainment, friends, families, your significant other, everything involves money, involve your finances. So this is the one, this is the biggest key that needs to be on track so everything else can fall into place. So we've learned, grown and experienced in this past month, but now it is time to apply some of that wisdom, some of that, the things that we have learned. How, again, we at this point we cannot change the past. The past is the past, but we can actually start adjusting for our future. And yesterday I talked to you about the 2190 rule. And the 2190 rule is that in order for you to create a habit, you need 21 days of doing the same thing over and over. But then once you pass those 3 weeks, right, that 21 days, in order to make it a lifestyle, you need 90 days. And this is why when I teach my clients, it is so important that they stick with me for those 90 days. Because the first 21 days, again, we create that habit. But then after that, that 90 days is the one that is going to create that life. It's going to ingrain so well in your brain, in your habits, in your daily living, that you're gonna create that new identity, that new persona. So again, during the next 90 days, we're about to embark in a challenge of personal growth, personal financial growth, personal financial development. And the goal is to prosper. And there might be some shifting to do. You might have to pivot on some of the things that you're doing right now that you might feel comfortable about it. But you know deep inside of you that what you're doing right now is not getting you ahead, is not helping you to get more prosperous. And you see that your goals, your dreams, they're getting further and further. So that's why the next 90 days are crucial for your enrichment, right? Are crucial for your financial education and prosperity. And I am going to review with you. Let me do this first, that way, and then I'm going to give you this cycle, the circle of prosperity. But let me see if you can see it over here. So there you go. So I'm gonna. So this is MAP. This is the Money Ascension Plan in order to achieve financial freedom. And during this week, we discuss each and every single one of this. I touch very little on this one, but in my course, Finance Babe Academy, um, I I expand a lot on this one because, but again, we need to start creating small habits in order to be able to create the bigger habits. And sometimes nobody teaches and nobody tell us where we can invest and put our money, that not necessarily have to be in the stock market, which is a possibility, but where can we put our money and have a low risk to grow it without losing it, right? So, or, and again, I one thing that I always say is that they are not bad investments, they are bad investors. So if you know what you're doing, you are going to succeed. But if you don't, then that's, is what makes you a bad investor in that sense. So become financially educated, or whatever craft that you're doing, whatever you're trying to do, whether it is long-term investment in the market, in the crypto industry, in the I don't know, like index funds, mutual funds, ETF. There's so many, right? As long as you're educated and you know what you're doing. And that's what I want to empower you to do. I want to be able to empower you to take charge of your life and your money. And then that way you will be able to be able to know what you're doing. Okay. And then yesterday we spoke about this one, which is, obviously great, which is how to become an investor. And this is where the sweet spot is, because once you know how to become an investor, like could be putting money in businesses, putting money in rate, like, or buying properties, creating other cash flows, opportunities. This is what allows you to achieve financial freedom, because now you have moved from, like Robert Kiyosaki says, you have moved from that left side of the quadrant to the right side of the quadrant, and you have become a business owner, and you have become an investor. And a lot of people think that when you are a business owner, you have freedom, and a lot of times, um, you don't have freedom if your business doesn't continue working and continue making you money if you're not there. That is what real financial freedom. Real financial freedom is that your money and plus the interest are allowing you to fund the lifestyle that you want. So if you're not there right now, don't worry, don't get frustrated. It will happen, but you just need the tools to be able to achieve that. So today I am going to be showing you the circle of prosperity. Because with the circle of prosperity, and let me see, there you go. I think that's good. Okay, because with the circle of prosperity, you're gonna know what are the steps that you need to take in order for you to be able to achieve that growth, the wealth that we were talking about. One of the ones that the speakers were talking about in today's session was that you want to have a purpose. If you don't have a why, a real deep motivational why on why you're doing something, why would you will do something, like you have to have a bigger purpose for it. If you don't have that, you're not gonna feel that need or that motivation to get up in the morning and do what you need to do in order to achieve these things, right? So it's not that you have to do a lot of stuff or that you have to sacrifice yourself, because money should come with ease at the same time. But the way that money can come with ease is because you have made money your lover. That's what I call it, right? You have made money your lover. You have repaired your relationship with money. You have healed, right, your relationship with money. Once you do this, right, you're gonna see things a little bit different, because you are not going to be stuck in the past. You're not going to be blaming somebody else, like your family, your husband, your ex-husband. You're not going to be living in the past. And sometimes, especially, and this go to the women that in my circle that are divorced, sometimes when we focus so much about the past, about what happened, what it did to me, or how divorce affected me, and all of this stuff, we are living so much in the past that we cannot forgive, we cannot move forward. And that also affects our relationship with money, because we, like, first of all, it affects inside of us, right? Our chakras, like the root chakra, the sacral chakra, becomes unstable. And that's precisely where security is, where the financial security is. That's precisely where the money relationship is at. Okay, so make sure. And just 1 second, I lost my pen. So make sure that that is the first step. You want to heal your money story. You want to heal your relationship with money. You want to make money your lover. But there are a couple of steps that we need to take before we can actually do that. And sometimes we want to skip this step, by the way, because we don't believe it's influencing us. But the mind is, it has two tiers, right? It's like an iceberg. The tip of the iceberg is our conscious mind. The bigger part of the iceberg is our unsubconscious mind. And that's the one that is ruling your life. That's the one that is making you freeze, fight, or flight. That's the one that is making you react, because it leaves some experiences from the past that now is come, that when something happened, it sends a signal. Oh, this, this is, you need to freeze, you need to fight, you need to flight, right? So that's why this one is probably one of the most important. The second one is you have to become very clear. And in inside Finance Babe Academy, one of the first things that we do is that we get very clear about where we are in our finances. Clarity. Let me put this here. Clarity. Right? So we want to be very clear about our financial journey. And we want to be very clear about where we are right now. And we want to be very clear about what our priorities and our values. Because if we don't, if we're not clear about that, then, like I mentioned earlier, it's like a GPS. If you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up somewhere else. But if you do, because you're very clear, you're laser focused, you're very intentional about how you're going to do things, then that's going to help you to continue with the circle of growth. The third one is setting the goals. Correct? You want to set up the goals that are aligned with those priorities and values. You have a vision. You want to live your vision. One of the speakers that spoke today, she had a bigger purpose. She had a vision for her life. She wanted to be remembered, right? She didn't want to be forgotten, and she wanted to be remembered for something big. She didn't want to just be remembered. Oh, she was a nice person. So this is very crucial, having a vision. What is your vision? Are you living your vision today? Is that important to you? Are you happy because you are actually living on with your vision? Okay. And the next one is, then once you create a goal, then you are going to spend your money. You're going to spend your money intentionally, right? Intentionally in the places that are aligned with your priorities. Okay? So if your value, what is most important for you is to build your dream home, then that's where your money and your intentions and everything is gonna be. This doesn't mean that you're gonna stop paying everything else, but the majority, or the most important part, is gonna be that. If your intention is to move to another country or to go on a long trip, like take a hiatus from work and travel for 6 months, then that's where your values, that's where you are going to be spending your money intentionally. That's the most important part. And then again, like since I showed you yesterday, all the type of investments and things that are going to help us to make money work for us. So we have to learn that we're not only working for our money, right? But we want money to work for us as well. And money wants to do that. When we hurdle our money and we don't spend it because we don't want to spend it, it gets constricted. But because money needs to flow. So when you allow money to flow and work for you, here, work for you, then your money is going to grow. And finally, right, finally, the circle of prosperity then is to make this, like, have an exit strategy. That is freedom, because now your money is working for you. You can do what you want, what what is important to you. You will be doing that, right? And then money, no matter what you're doing, is gonna keep continuing growing. And one of our speakers also mentioned that there's gonna come a time you want energetically know that you are going to be fine, that money is gonna come to you no matter what. But how do we get clear about this cycle? How do we understand this? How can we learn more about this? Well, one of them is during the feminine CFO. I have offered you a VIP upgrade for $47, and that VIP upgrade is including a retreat. It's called Empower Her Retreat, where I'm going to be teaching you in more detail about the circle of prosperity. Not only that, but we are going to get so clear about our next 90 days goal that we are going to walk out with like amazing intention, amazing empowerment, aside from the women that are going to be there, that we are going to be supporting each other. So if you have not signed up for the the Empower Her Retreat for just $47, today is the last day, because tomorrow is going to go up. So make sure that you join us and that you take advantage of the Empower Her Retreat. Okay. And then the second way that we are going to be able to get even more laser focus, and we are going to make amazing changes during the next 90 days, is through Finance Babe Academy, which is your Finance Babe certification program. And we, again, like I mentioned before, 21 days to create a habit, 90 days to create a lifestyle. And at Finance Babe Academy, we are going to be touching on all of these things, like the healing and the releasing and let go of our money stories and create our new identity. We are going to be very clear about what we want to achieve, and where we are at the moment, right? And create that plan that is going to allow us to get there. The next one is like our vision, like what is it that we really want in our life, and live our vision. It is time for you to stop doing things for everybody else and living under the shadows of somebody else, or trying to please everybody but yourself, and you're not living in alignment with your life because you are doing everything for everybody else and not for yourself. And you know that in the airplanes, when the mask comes out, they said put yours first, and then you can put the one, your children's or your older children's, right? But because, and the reason for that is that if you're not alive, you cannot serve anybody. But if you are, if you have taken care of yourself, you can take care of everybody else. But because you already are fulfilled, you already have taken care of what is important to you. So let's not forget about that. We're also gonna learn about, in the process, in the money ascension plan process, how we can gather our money and start growing our money in different ways, so we can create the short-term goals, the midterm goals, the long-term goals, and how we can create more cash flow, either by starting a business, buying a business, buying real estate, or contributing to real estate. Again, you don't need a ton of money to make big changes in your life. You just need to take action. So make sure that if you want to learn a little bit more than that, if you want to learn more about that, make sure to reach out to me, and I will show you, we give you all the information about Finance Babe Academy and also the Empower Her retreat. And if you want to take it a notch, even more, feel free to reach out to me. Go to financebabe.com and go to my calendar, and then let's have a chat if you want to dig deeper and go faster. Like together we can go farther, but if we do it one-on-one, you can go faster. You can actually achieve faster things, and you don't have to wait for other people to achieve certain things so you can achieve yours. So again, all of that, you will be able to do it. So this is, again, if you guys have any questions about this, if you guys have any questions about Empower Her retreat and Finance Babe Academy, make sure to reach out to me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be here. Bye.